What is going on, family? What's going on, YouTube? In today's episode, we're going to talk about garnishments and student loans. But before I start the video, I'd like to send a big shout out to our newest subscribers. Listen, family, your cuz kind of got caught up into all of this student loan stuff with ITT Tech. If you know anything about ITT Tech, you know they closed down, and they closed before I can get me a degree. Now, if you look behind me on this side, down on the ground, you see that big old thing over there? I can't point to it. But you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, family. Hold on. Okay, I hope this thing don't move. But check this out. My goal at one point was to go to school and to learn to work on things like this. Do you see all of the little intricate details in the circuit board? So, family, when you watch the Credit Cousin YouTube channel, this channel is so real. All the stuff you see behind me, everything makes sense. The reason why this item is behind me is because I wanted to learn to work on these. This is called a car amplifier. Look how big it is. So this coincides with the video. I'm not going to put it back because it's kind of heavy. But I woke up to this message here.
The Trump administration has announced we will put an end to Joe Biden's illegal student loan bailout attempts. No student loan has been referred to collection since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans. The student loan portfolio controlled by the federal government is nearly $1.6 trillion. But fewer than 4 out of 10 borrowers are in repayment. This is unsustainable, unfair, and a huge liability for American taxpayers.
Now listen, family. Like I just said, I'm caught up in it. When you think you got it bad, somebody else always have it worse. But I do have a plan to where I'm going to be able to pay my student loans or whatever debts that I have out lingering. So let me continue the video.
Debt cannot be wiped away. It just ends up getting transferred to others. So why should Americans who didn't go to college or went to college and responsibly paid back their loans pay for the student loans of other Americans?
Okay, so what this new administration is trying to do is get their money back from people like me. So, it is what it is. So I'm going to continue the video.
Supporters who are against waiving student loan debt from students and from anybody who really can't afford paying back their student loans, because hello, we are going into a recession and making payments on your student loans is going to be way more expensive than what it was a couple of years ago. Biden wanted to waive all student debts. He wanted to wipe it clean for Americans, right? He wanted people to get a fresh start in society. So to all those people who think that everybody has to pay back their student loan debts because they paid back their student loan debts, just shows how selfish and how entitled Americans are. Because on one hand, you have some who think, well, if I had to pay mine back, you're going to have to pay yours back. Okay, I'm happy that you were able to pay yours back, but not everybody has that opportunity to even pay back their student loans. Not everybody has the job that they got their degree in because they can't find a job. Not everybody can afford a rent, a car, health insurance, and everything like that. Just because you think you got the upper hand in society doesn't mean that you have to also hold other people accountable. And if you're going to hold these people accountable to pay back their student loans, then let's hold this administration accountable. Let's hold Trump accountable. Let's hold Caroline Leavitt accountable. Let's hold everybody accountable. Let's just put everybody into debt and let's just file for bankruptcy. If you're really going to act.
Wait a minute. I was agreeing with her up until she said file for bankruptcy. 7 years, it ain't worth it. My plan is I may have a fire sale. What do I mean by a fire sale? Just like that big amplifier that's back there behind me that I just showed you all. I just showed it to you. I may be selling it, but we're going to keep the video going.
Like that, you can't sit here and say it's an eye for an eye because you're not holding other people accountable. You're just holding certain people accountable. I don't care that you went to school and you were able to pay off your student loan debts. And I don't care that you went to school 30 years ago and were able to pay off your student loans. 30 years ago, going to college was very affordable. So I really don't care what you have to say. People are struggling. This generation is struggling because of what you guys keep voting for. We are going into a recession.
Absolutely, family. The young lady, she was dead on. With this inflation, food prices are sky high, rent is sky high. It's a travesty. We got a problem on our hands.
For more than 5 million student loan borrowers. Starting today, the Department of Education says borrowers who did not pay on time could damage their credit scores and even have their wages garnished.
Are you worried about drowning? Yes. I mean, we're kind of drowning as it is.
Jana Hartwood owes more than $40,000 in student loans from her nursing degree.
I don't think anyone takes out a loan with the intention of not paying it back. It's how easily you can pay it back that's the problem.
2 years ago, her son was born with a medical condition. To treat it, Hartwood exhausted her savings and had to take out money from her 401k. During the pandemic, student loans were put into forbearance, but when repayments resumed last year, Hartwood says she was never notified. After hearing of the agency's collection decision from a news report, she checked her account.
I was shocked. Like, I had no idea that my loans were delinquent at that point.
So they never told you that you had any problems?
No. I checked every email. I got statements that had a 0 on it.
With all of the chaos right now, it is exceptionally cruel to start these draconian collection tactics at this time.
Persis Yu is an expert in student loan law. She says steep job cuts at the education department and steps to dismantle it have left the loan system in disarray.
Borrowers cannot get answers from their servicers. Many of the servicers have hours-long call wait times in order to get just a simple answer about how much do I owe, how do I pay my loan.
For borrowers who have faced financial hardship, it's especially difficult.
There are not provisions that take into consideration when families have extraordinary circumstances, like having to pay for the medical care of a loved one. It's an impossible standard for so many to meet, and that's why so many borrowers do fall into default.
The Education Department under President Trump blames the former administration, telling CBS News because of their, quote, attempts to transfer student debt to every taxpayer, the student loan portfolio is in a dire financial state.
Absolutely, family. But here's how I look at it. We was trying to go to school to get that information in our head to make more money. A person like myself, yes, I learned a lot for the short time that I was in school. I'm capable of doing a lot of different handyman type services, things of that nature. And I do those things. But I tell you, some of this debt is astronomical. It's high.
That 92% of the people that went to college and racked up all this student loan debt don't and won't have jobs in the degrees that they got the debt in. So why y'all asking us to pay this money back? If you know that, why are we being asked to pay? And then this is the thing that gets me. Before I could even lift my right foot out of the door frame of graduation, my university was already contacting me for a donation. It's because of y'all that I'm a bam flipping donation to the Department of Education. And now they want to garnish our wages. What did you go to school for? Did you graduate with your degree? And are you actively using your degree to make tons of money like they promised you? Was it worth going to college? Was it worth racking up all this student loan debt? And even if you did go to college, finish your degree, you walked across the stage and you got your pretty degree, have you finished paying back your student loans?
Listen, family, sis was dead on. So this is part of the reason why I am the critic cousin. I don't know if you noticed, majority of the content I'm bringing before you are financial information, financially related. Now, when I was $40,000 in debt with child support, I just kept my head down and worked 2 jobs. Now I'm a little older. I have built up some assets that I could possibly sell. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be selling is that amplifier I just held up. If that's something you're interested in, email me at the email address you see running across the screen, and we could talk about it. Until my next episode, family, you be blessed.